In thinking about the broad question with regards to democracy and politics of memory, I guess I've been convinced by others who lived through or work on totalitarian and genocidal regimes that those societies we'd least like to inhabit, most of us who hold some kind of liberal ideals of one stripe or another that include, among other things, I would hope, some emphasis of equality rights and human rights, that those regimes we would least like to inhabit are those that abandon some process of critical historical engagement. And that the work of history, I guess, falls then significantly to power itself, to the regime itself. And I've been inspired also by historians who argue, in effect, that sort of we're all historians, that human societies tend towards some form of engagement with the past, tend to understand themselves in terms of the past. And so the choice that presents itself to academic historians is not whether or not history will be part of the discussion of a nation or the discussion of a society, but rather whether and how historians might seek to intervene within that process that is all but inevitable in a society's understanding of itself. So if I put those two together, then I get the sense that history is present within social and political self-understanding, and that it matters quite a bit what form and what influences exist upon that process of historical self-understanding. Sometimes I've thought of my own work as a kind of a rearguard action in relation to politics, where in engaging within Canada the history of internment, incarceration, exile of Japanese Canadians during the 1940s, my work, the people I've worked with, the projects we've done together point toward, I suppose, a failure of Canadian equality rights, a failure of Canadian human and civil rights to suggest, for example, the dangers of sort of national security concern bleeding from what might be legitimate measures within a society in the context of conflict to actions that bear no clear connection, or really bear no connection with any reasonable conception of national security. So then you might carry that observation then as a stopgap, as a rearguard in a sense, into some moment of future crisis